So did you see that movie? Hey, keep your hands to yourself. It wasn't bad. So, hey, look. Okay, I'm going to bring Remo back in here and Judy back in, and I'll tell you a little bit about what you just saw. You saw real-world fight pace, what happens in a lot of street fights, whether it's an elbow, a fist, a kick, a beer bottle, a chair. Real quick, we've already learned about how powerful elbow strike can be. If you spend your time working with your forearms, football players use them all the time. Yeah, I mean, they're a devastating blow. People have been put into comas, collarbones broke. A lot of people made unconscious with these techniques. All we did in this particular situation, which isn't uncommon, unheard of in a bar, when there's a woman involved and there's alcohol involved, people get a little antsy, they get a little rambunctious, and they get that liquid courage inside. So as he was moving in, the first thing I was concerned with was her safety. And the way we handled that, when she stood up and he moved in, is simply put our hand in here, stop him with a shot to the throat, try to trach him. The next step, we'll step in, try to block the foot, come in and crack him across the lower jaw and the brachial plexus and the collarbone, one good clean elbow shot. Boom. And from this point, they should be down, out, and unconscious. I'll promise you, if you catch someone or connect flush with that forearm, they will be unconscious. And then, of course, going about your business. By this time, in most barroom scenarios, you will have bouncers already on the scene. So just try to relax and start looking for other people, because even innocent bystanders just drinking will also want to jump in and try to be a hero. So try to, as soon as that happens, you want to get your back to a bar, back to a wall, make sure that your partner's also safe, and watch each other's back until the bouncers move themselves on in. Also, when you first walk into a location, whether it's a bar or anywhere else, start checking for weapons. Start looking for entrances, exits, chairs, bottles. One of my favorite watering holes back home, they have baseball bats welded, screwed to the bar. You can break one of those baseball bats if you absolutely needed to. Anything you get your hands on can be a weapon. But what's really important is attitude and circle of awareness. And if you've got someone that you need to protect, make sure you get them out and clear them. And you can do that with real swift, single moves. That's about it.
Hey, it's Jimbo here with another tip. Okay, this one's a little gory, but in a life and death struggle, you'll need to know this, because people get robbed, beaten, and killed every day. For the last 25 years, I've worked with experienced street fighters and U.S. Special Forces who've seen a lot of bloody combat. One Green Beret buddy of mine was telling me about the time he witnessed a man who was hacked to death by an opponent wielding a machete. What my friend found shocking was that the victim didn't even try to fight back. He just froze up in place and then soon afterwards was killed. Okay, this so-called brain freeze is actually quite common in deadly combat, and so we put together a video to help you with a couple of things. Number one, how to avoid freezing up in a potentially lethal confrontation. And number two, you'll discover a handful of simple military moves that can kill a man using nothing but your bare hands. The moves you'll discover are brutal and lethal. I would show them to you right now, but this lethal lesson has been banned from this platform. If I showed it to you here, they would shut down this channel for sure. So I hosted the video on a different platform. It's free. You can get to the link in the description right now to get it for free. Get there now. Yeah, it's brutal, but when your life is on the line, this is priceless stuff. Okay, let's move on to our next tip.
Now, another defense on the frontal choke, and this is probably one of the most decisive of all the moves that we've shown you so far. It puts an attacker down and out. Now, with the frontal choke, what we're going to do first, okay, the same method, we're going to go in between, but as we come up, we're going to break in, and automatically the thumbs are going into the eyes. Okay, after I break that, push the eyes, I'm going to drive the forehead into the malfactory area, put the kick in, drive, and shove them back and out. Now, one point that I want to make on this, the head button, we're going to show you a little bit. Randy's going to give you a little instruction on how to deliver one of these properly. It is a very effective blow, one of the most effective that I know of. A 90-pound man can take a 275-pound person and knock him out with one shot. The problem with the headbutt, if you're not willing to practice this and use this instruction that we give you on this, only use it in a life or death situation. Let's say, example, a woman who's trapped in her house and knows this person is going to beat her and rape her, because you can do damage to yourself. We're going to give you some instruction on it. It is a devastating blow, but it's also a dangerous one. And if you look back at this tape, you notice when I struck with my back. I didn't whip my neck. The power comes from the back. We're going to show you the technique one time, and then Randy's going to show you the fine art of headbutting. Okay, grab again. Once again, the choke comes in, break out. Drive thumbs into the eyes. Okay, headbutt. Driving the forehead into the malfactory, knee to the groin, and drive them back.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.